Did you know in the 300,000s you can buy a home, a beautiful home, on a lake with tons of amenities, and it's in Southern California? It's hard to believe, but it's true. It's in Menifee, California. I'm going to tell you all about it, and we are starting right now. Hi, I'm Jessica Genung, a realtor with Realty One Group Southwest here in Murrieta, California. If you are interested in learning more about what it's like to live in the Murrieta-Temecula Valley, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon because I post new videos telling you everything you need to know about living here, and I post them every week. So today we're going to be talking about Heritage Lakes, which is a community in Menifee. Menifee borders on Murrieta to the north. A community profile on Heritage Lake has to start with the lake, of course. Bear with me on our many shots of the lake. We couldn't cut out too many shots because it's just too beautiful. So getting right to it, here is the lake with the paddle boats that's available to residents. Next to the paddle boat area is the splash pad. As a mother of a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, we really value a splash pad. We have actually been going to the splash pad, the one in Temecula, because there actually is not a public splash pad where we live here in Murrieta. But we've been going like once a week. Our kids absolutely love it. They can play in the water and we don't have to worry about the danger factor of a pool. Next to the splash pad, there is an Olympic caliber pool. It's a lap pool, it's huge, it's right on the lake, it's gorgeous. Facilities are for residents and guests only. The signs warn that resident IDs need to be handy at all times. Did you see that sign saying private property, no trespassing, as I'm cruising down the trail here? Landscaping is on par with any lake community, including Harveston, which is a very popular lake community in Temecula. I've also made a video about Harveston. If you want to click this link above here, you can check out that video and compare as well. Harveston and Temecula in general is definitely more expensive than Menifee. Menifee is much more affordable. So there are signs throughout the community that says no fishing, but fishing is allowed in designated areas. Other signs, they describe that they have catch and release fishing only. I've actually was looking down in the water and I saw some quite huge fish. They want you so not only to catch and release, but also to use barbless hooks, and you can only fish from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. This picture of the turtles doesn't really capture the many that I saw. There's this lagoon that's right by the HOA area with the pool and the splash pad, and I saw I think there was 20 turtles or something over there. They were in the water, they were up on the rocks, so by the time I got to taking my picture, they were all jumping in the water for the most part. Okay, so getting back to the amenities. The HOA is quite organized with a full-time staff on site in the clubhouse. It's right at the entrance to the pool. The monthly HOA is only about $70 and taxes are right around 2%. So if you're buying a $350,000 home, just for a very rough example, your taxes are going to be about $7,000, which is actually on the higher side for the area, but you do get a lot of amenities here. It is common to have $2,000 to $3,000 of special assessments in this area, and that is in addition to your 1.1% tax rate. Some of the older communities in this area will have much lower taxes. A lot of them can be around the 1.1 to 1.2%, but when you get into the newer communities, such as Heritage Lake, you are going to be looking closer to the 2% tax rate overall. By the way, they are still building new construction in Heritage Lake. So if you're interested in that, you can still buy a brand new home in there. So we haven't gotten to any of the properties yet. Many of the homes back up to the lake, as you can see as we continue down this trail. Most of the streets that you'll see more of in a minute are built around the lake and parks with cul-de-sacs that end in an access like this one popping out, which goes into the lake or a park. Yeah. So speaking of parks, here is Sunset Park. There are 2 full softball/little league size fields with extra large grassy areas. There's also a nice playground with a covered barbecue area. Chase Middle School is pretty much located here in Heritage Lake. They have more grass space and fields here, although I will admit that Menifee schools are not as highly rated as Murrieta and Temecula. Here we are on another one of those cul-de-sac streets. This one is a listing that we recently closed for a client from Northern California. We just closed a couple weeks ago, so this community is fresh in our mind. We like to make videos of communities that we were just working in so that we are fresh on all the details that we're going to be sharing with you. So this cul-de-sac opens up to walking trails and a large greenbelt grassy area. Heritage Lake is very convenient to grocery shopping and restaurants. There's a shopping center called Shops at the Lakes on Newport, and that's going to be your closest main grocery store. If you go down Newport and across the 215, there is a huge retail and restaurant shopping center called Menifee Country Marketplace, and it has grown tremendously and it is still growing. I travel from where I live in Murrieta to go up to the shopping center because they have actually more to offer than the shopping centers in Murrieta. Like Murrieta doesn't have a TJ Maxx, they don't have a Home Goods, and their Home Goods is a new Home Goods, so it's not all picked over yet. So we go up there quite often to do our shopping. There is a lot of choices. One of the main reasons that people move to Menifee is its affordability. It is more affordable than Murrieta, and it's much more affordable than Temecula. It has been growing very rapidly. There's still new construction going on. The communities have been very nicely planned. There's lots of shopping. It is becoming a very popular area to move to. Thanks as always for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like it. I'm also going to post a link again to my Harveston Lake video if you want to see another lake community in the area. Until next time, bye.